Hello, everyone. What's going on? My name is Timpedia. Welcome back to the TNT Podcast, episode 123. We just want to play video games, but instead got reincarnated into a podcast.
Wow.
Damn, who wrote that title?
Wow, that was...
Almost like
Wow.
an isekai.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I woke up one day after previously being a Japanese salaryman, got hit by a truck, and now I'm in my living room recording this podcast.
I would say that's some hell shit that would happen to me. I'd be like, ran for
I
death.
wasn't trying to make a title right there. I was just
happening.
describing a scenario, and before you know it, bam, I have a award-winning light novel title.
Yeah.
I mean,
I used to be the most powerful hero, and then I was reborn into another world as a nerd who plays video games and records a podcast from his room.
A reverse isekai, if you will.
wow. Yo,
Anyway.
what a concept. What a concept.
So-
Get isekai'd into a slice of life.
So,
Yeah.
besides me, who got isekai'd into this podcast, the fellow, as always, some of these are ensemble casts. So, like, everyone else who got isekai'd, why don't you say who you are? On my
As a
right,
member of the quartet, I'm Friedman, also known as Andrew, mostly known as Friedman.
and on my left.
Just Glasses, big titty anime expert, also known as
In another life, I was known as Tyler.
in another life.
And across.
Hi, I'm Aiden.
Thankfully, for once, we actually.
You.
The
Go fuck
fucking meta
yourself.
humor of actually introducing you.
You're a son
Anyway,
of a
sorry, go
bitch.
on.
For once on this podcast, we actually have a lot of news and not a ton of shows and stuff to talk about. Isn't that crazy? But first, we have to talk about the news that I rushed to throw in the show notes like 2 weeks ago, right after the last podcast when Anthem was officially killed.
Oh, shocker. Who saw that coming?
Our roadmap was just a little too unattainable, and we have decided to shelve Anthem and push these BioWare devs on other games that they can ruin. Which
Shelve,
sounds
so you
very
mean-
harsh.
Damn.
Man, shelving in the dirt is kind of weird, don't you think?
Uh,
A
Hold
weird
on, let
way
me
of saying putting in the
Just
dirt.
real quick.
Yeah.
No,
I
I'll,
didn't know we stored dead bodies in the fucking...
It's a corporate speak
Pantry.
for money machine. Nice day.
all jokes aside, it is kind of surprising to see this because after Anthem, I mean, like 2 months after Anthem came out, EA was like, okay, we're gonna give everybody like free content going forward, and we're gonna set this big roadmap, and we're gonna rebuild this game over the next like 2 years. And I guess EA went, actually, we could just make a new game.
What actually happened was they saw, look, if we just put, like, we already spent X amount of dollars on this game. A fraction of that to get profit doesn't sound that bad. But after putting that fraction in and not seeing any of those returns ever so slightly, they realized putting in another fraction of X is just not going to get them anything.
Yeah, the name is just too damaged at this point. Like, this isn't No Man's Sky, where it's an indie team who got so much money up front that they could afford to just duck their heads down and work on the game and make it really, really good. This is EA we're talking about.
It also has to do with the model of the game. Like with No Man's Sky, like if the studio that makes No Man's Sky like deleted off the planet tomorrow, isekai into another world, the game is still there, available to play, and there's nothing wrong with it. Anthem with the games as a service model means that the second you stop releasing content, you've kind of lost your gameplay model.
Yeah.
So it can't be left to its own device. It has to be constantly supported or it dies.
Yeah. So it's kind of sad because a lot of people said like some of the gameplay was cool, like Iron Manning around was cool, and some of the
Flying
actual
was the cool
moment-to-moment gameplay was good, but man, just BioWare trying to make Destiny again, and Destiny has struggled half the time, much less fucking BioWare
Stop
making
trying
a
to make
weird
Destiny
butchered
happen.
one.
You're not going to make Destiny happen.
It's not there.
Well, even though Destiny's a
Destiny.
thing, you're never gonna make another Destiny. Like it's honestly, it's like when everyone tried to make MMOs after WoW, where they were like, "Ooh,
Yeah,
games as a
but-
service with this
but you're
sci-fi
right, though.
aesthetic." Ooh,
Fucking Destiny's even struggling. Like, I don't know.
yeah,
I don't see a lot of people on that game either. I think that this game, Anthem from the beginning was set up to fail, even with its dev cycle.
yeah.
Like, it was bad. And then the actual release, it's like, okay, well, you clearly demonstrated to us that like this game, despite a lot of time clearly went into it, but like this game was mismanaged from the start, and like
Mhm.
everybody can tell.
Yeah. Like there's all these
So,
stories out of
like-
BioWare of we rebooted this game like 4 times. We did like the demo like remember when
The original
it was
trailer was not even
revealed?
like development footage. It was
Well,
just made on the spot.
remember when it was revealed and it was literally like a 1-minute trailer and then just screenshot like concept art, not even screenshots. Like, oh my
Yeah.
god, it was so fucking bad.
Yeah, so I'm not shocked that they pulled the plug on this game.
Yeah.
Not shocked at all. I think it sucks for players who wanted this game to succeed, but like I mean,
200 of them.
yeah, right.
Hey man,
The-
I
the
didn't play it, but
signs-
I totally wanted it to succeed.
The
Oh,
sign's
yeah,
been on the
that's fair,
wall
that's fair.
for like ever though.
I'm surprised it made it as long as it did, honestly. Because when I thought when they announced like Anthem Next or whatever the fuck it was, their plan to like reboot it, I thought that was going to be the cancellation announcement or like the discontinue support. But it wasn't, and they didn't do any of that, and now they're gonna just as was previously stated, they're gonna go on to ruin other games now.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, no, I think it's only like the writers and the overhead and the higher up people, but still, it's BioWare hasn't exactly been crushing it lately, so
They haven't been crushing it for a few years now.
yeah.
But
Like, what
Quite
can-
a while.
What can you look back on and say was the last big BioWare release that was
Mass
like
Effect 3.
I was gonna say Mass
Dragon
Effect
Age
3.
Mass
Origins.
Effect 2 when it finally came to PS3.
Literally that's
I
it.
feel like
and-
Inquisition was pretty well received, but Inquisition I feel like hasn't held up as well as Origins even did.
Yeah, Origins was the much better game. I don't know. Inquisition felt more like Dragon Age 2 than it did like Origins, which sucks because Origins, I think,
I thought
was
the gameplay was fun of Dragon Age 2, but literally none of the story or anything was even like a quarter as good as Origins was.
Yeah, it
I
was.
just
It was
I
all
just didn't
pretty
give
rough.
a shit about so much of that.
I think it's mostly their writing
Mm-hmm.
that's slipped, honestly, because like people, Mass Effect got everybody on board with BioWare being like this shit's like these incredible like spanning stories and like all these interesting characters, and their recent games have just had none of that.
Yeah. Oh well. Move on to the next one.
Yeah, I mean,
Literally and figuratively. Like
Yeah.
what do we got?
Oh,
Guilty
next-
Gear.
next
All right.
topic or
cool.
next game? All right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't
Guilty
sure.
Gear talk real quick. So, I haven't been following this too much, but I do want to play Guilty Gear Strive when it comes out. So I've been watching the release date, and apparently got delayed to June. I'm not sure what the previous release date was. I should do some research before I put shit on the podcast notes.
Mhm.
But from at least what I heard, I don't know how much the previous Guilty Gear entries used rollback, if at all. But apparently, Strive does implement it very well, and it was praised for that in the beta. But apparently, they tried some weird gimmicky system for matchmaking in this game. So the idea was instead of just joining a queue and getting matched against someone with equivalent strength, you get placed in a lobby where you have to move a character around to talk to someone to challenge them to a fight. And everyone fucking hated it. So apparently they're trying to rework the lobby system entirely, and that's a large cause of the delay. Who knew that matchmaking could be this difficult?
right.
But real quick, I'm trying to see if it's impossible to find the old release date now. The new one's everywhere.
It was supposed to be out this month, I think, or March, April.
All right, 2-month delay is not the end of the world. Everyone's making it seem like it got delayed
Yeah,
a
it
year or
didn't.
something.
It didn't get delayed for that long. I was kind of upset because I'm really hyped to play Guilty Gear, but again, it's like 2 months, whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
They'll hopefully iron out whatever issues they're having with matchmaking. I mean, the open beta, from what I understand, was pretty well received, and like everything worked fairly well. They didn't have too many issues with it.
Yeah, I'm excited to actually pick this one up and
yeah.
play it.
I
anyway.
want another Arxis game in my life.
Definitely. Anyway, but the big Guilty Gear news to come out of this was while I was reading up on this, someone mentioned that they updated the code for XX Accent Core Plus to support rollback, and apparently it's really good. And I sat there and like, wait a minute, Accent Core Plus is on Steam. So I went and bought it after seeing that news because I played the shit out of that in college. So that was good. Back when it was still 2D sprite animations. Not that the 3D's bad, but you can't beat the classic.
Can they
Beat
they
the
do that in
classic.
fighters? Can we get rollback in fighters, please?
No rollback for you. Hopefully, going forward, this means that every game that Arc Sys Works touches is like, yes, let those filthy gaijin have their rollback.
Mm-hmm.
Filthy guy didn't have
They don't
Me
have
want-
our superior Japanese 6G Wi-Fi or whatever.
Yeah, all our fancy internet infrastructure.
Yeah.
We
Anyway.
ain't got that here.
But
Lol,
speaking
no.
of preferring the classic sprites is a perfect transition.
Oh boy.
So, my favorite thing to hate, Pokemon. So we had the Pokemon Direct last Monday or last Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday because I actually remember to put stuff in the show notes about this. But in addition to showing off more Pokemon Snap, which releases later this month, I believe, they did show off 2 brand new Pokemon games. The first one, and this is fucking wild. No one could possibly see this coming. They're remaking Diamond and Pearl. I know, a shocker. Sinnoh memes are just fucking dead now. But the big thing to come out of this is that, one, it's not being done in the engine from Sword and Shields. This is a huge break from previous remakes where they just kind of take the assets they did from the most recent gen and just apply it to whatever design aesthetic they were going for from that generation of games. Instead, a studio that's not Game Freak is doing the remake, and they're attempting to do this 3D style that mimics the way the sprites looked on DS. So they're kind of super deformed. But then when you get into a fight, it's kind of like how it was in X and Y, where your character in X and Y your character was chibi in the overworld, and then when you got into a fight, they used normal character models. It's the same thing here, except the chibi is like overblown. And it really depends on how much you like this design aesthetic. I'm on the fence about playing the remake because I do like Diamond and Pearl. It's like the classic formula. I honestly don't know if I actually want to play this, but I'm so conflicted.
Oh, I'm definitely not playing it because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Understandable. I'm not sure if I don't give a fuck or not. But then,
Pokemon is dead to me.
but before we call it dead, let's get to the real shit here. So, Game Freak decides, all right, now's our time to shine. Now that we have poorly optimized our 3D open world tech for that one zone in Pokemon Sword and Shield, let's just blow it up into a whole game and show off the pre-alpha footage during the Pokemon Direct. So they show off Pokemon Legends, which takes place in like thousands of years ago before Pokeballs were a thing. And it's going to be the first open world Pokemon game. So I have to commend them for finally saying, okay, cool. We are not going to be this walk up to a sprite, cut to a fight, turn-based battles. They're actually going to try something new. The problem is the studio working on it is Game Freak. And the footage they showed off was anything but impressive. Like, this is the third
Anything
trailer.
but impressive.
This is the third trailer they've done where they take the character model and they have it walk at the camera and then like swap the background but leave the walk cycle the same and pretend that this is a really impressive shot of a video game in 2021. And they did this for X and Y. They did this back for Sun and Moon. They did the same shot for Sun and Moon 2, and it was not impressive any of the 3 times they did it before. But of course they do that because they think this is, wow, stellar. Look, the camera moves. What year is it? Anyway, I'm salty. This game looks like it's just the X and Y engine running for a game that the X and Y engine wasn't made for. And the X and Y engine also doesn't run the game it was made for very well.
Oh my god.
This trailer is embarrassing.
Like,
Is what I'll say.
I don't know what they want you to feel. Like, the music is so somber and the shots are so drawn out. There's no energy in it. And then the last shot lasts for a fucking eternity. And then it cuts away. And there's this large, extended, over-the-top CG render of Arceus screaming. And I want to go to the people at Nintendo and say, for someone who doesn't know what Arceus is, what does that shot mean to them? Because it makes no fucking sense what it's supposed to convey other than there's a screaming monster.
Big monster.
This was actually really rough to watch. It was hard to watch this because this looks like a student project.
This is like the thing I've been asking for like a decade.
Right, well,
now that I got it,
looks like it's time for me to watch it, I guess, because
Yo, you haven't seen it?
Yeah,
Oh god,
no.
Tyler, you will
We'll watch
eat
the
this. You'll
Dumpster Fire
fucking
trailer.
eat this alive.
Damn, really?
This ain't good.
The-
I don't want that. But I mean, it is what it is.
Dude,
All
the like.
Tyler, go watch it. We'll move on to the next time, and then we'll come back for your impressions on the Pokemon.
All right,
Ugh.
the ultimate Pokemon Diamond.
Damn, I don't
Pearl
even get to
trailer, let's
offer
go.
my. No, I'm kidding. It's okay. I haven't been in Pokemon for a very long time. Speaking
Wait,
of,
did you watch it?
huh?
Did you watch the Legends
No.
trailer?
Oh,
If you're in for a disappointment, I highly
Wait,
recommend.
is it Legends or is it?
It's Pokemon
really-
Legends.
Legends,
Oh,
yeah.
Pokemon Legends.
Pokemon Legends Arceus. Arceus.
Oh my god, I hate the real
Arcanine.
pronunciation so much.
Wait, what is the real
No,
pronunciation?
you said it, Arceus. I'm like, that's bullshit. It's
Oh.
totally Arceus.
Yeah, I'll go with Arceus. I will. Yeah, okay. That's
I,
fair.
I despise the official pronunciation.
Speaking of gods,
Yes.
Gogeta has been released. Super
Again.
Saiyan 4 Gogeta
There
has
you
been
go.
released again. Well, it's just a different Gogeta, but
Which is
Super
so
Saiyan 4 this
incredible.
time. Which is great.
What a
It's
character. You know
another
what?
Goku
You know what?
slash Vegeta,
Just
which is
like
fine.
just like they ended GT with Gogeta, we're ending DBZ Fighters with Gogeta.
Yeah, probably. I don't think that we're gonna get a season 4. They'll probably announce Fighters 2, which I would also be super happy
Dude,
with.
honestly,
That'd be
I
great.
think it's crazy to think that a Dragon Ball fighting game has lasted this long and done this well.
This is 100% just the developers actually caring about the game outside of just being an IP
yeah.
game.
It is in fact it's Arc System. It's Arc System Works, which is they do Guilty Gear. Like, so they give a shit about their fighting games. Also, they know their fighting games.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's the other big part of it. They just made a good Dragon Ball Z fighter. And you know what? I look forward to playing more of it. But for now, of course, the most broken character comes out right at the end. And he can just do 20,000 fucking damage. They gave him a gun. They gave Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta a gun. That's what happened. So he can at will summon Shenron with Dragon Ball Generation. So, it's gonna be great. He kicks the shit out of people with his feet like he's Vegito. And it's just gonna be a grand old time. One tapping people, he's got counters, he's got a confetti command grab. It's just great.
Excellent.
It's such a good time, and man, I can't wait to beat people's ass with them online.
I mean,
practicing the mirror match.
I was gonna say, they're gonna be doing it too.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm gonna disrespect them all the same.
Disrespect them.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Fucking coming at me. Are you approaching me?
But yeah, no, it's honestly, and also we talked about it before because I showed Aiden hadn't seen this part of the trailer yet, but the fact that Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 and Gogeta Super Saiyan God have a unique dramatic finish against each other is so dumb.
It's something. Was not expecting that.
They beam
Was not
clash so
expecting
hard the sun is blown around by wind.
God.
I mean, you are talking about the two most powerful characters in the universe, aside from maybe Broly.
Well, I was gonna
And
say, what
all
about
the
Ultra
shit that they
Instinct?
did in Super. We're not talking about that.
Yeah, okay.
He did it one time and he hasn't done it since. So fuck him. It's not a real form.
So fuck
It's
'em.
fine. He even straight up says that he's just like, I don't think I could ever do it again, which is the greatest cop out of an answer.
Oh man, Tyler, did you get to watch the trailer?
Oh, I guess he's still
maybe
in
he's
it.
still watching it.
Or he's just, or he's
Muted.
seppuku'd himself.
I'm dude.
Which thing?
What the fuck is this aiming? No, right, seriously though, what made them think putting this out was a good idea?
Because
That's what
we
I'm
need to
saying.
look like Fortnite.
Like where
need
do
third-person
I even
throwing anime.
begin? This fucking shit looks like it runs like a PowerPoint slideshow. Number one, the anti-aliasing. Oh my god, everything.
It's aliasing.
Like, dude, yeah, none of it. It doesn't exist. And like the way everything moves, ew. Like, I get they want to go.
Footage.
It has to be. It's got to be.
Bruh,
It
Yeah, it's
literally
coming
has
out
to be.
early next year. supposedly.
No way. There's no fucking way. Like, there's that. I don't give a shit if that's pre-alpha. Like, I've seen games in way better shape in pre-alpha than that. That's bad. That's just bad. Like, I don't know. They honestly could have just said nothing, and I think we'd all have been better for it. That's my take on all this.
It should have just been an announcement trailer at that point then.
Yeah, just like a hey, open world Pokemon incoming.
Like they could have just stayed with the painterly effect. They could have just shown off the starters, done some RC shit. Literally
Yeah,
announce what it is. Like for all the other games, they always they show some trailer and then they have some extended talking piece where they describe what the game is they just barely showed. And like they could have just cut out the gameplay footage and done that all the same. They chose not to because this is the Game Freak way.
Nintendo, why do you make me hate you? Why do you do this? Look at how you've massacred my boy.
Look, there you go.
There's no. I'm done. I'm done with Pokemon. I don't care. They had their chance.
I don't know. I kind of want to play the new Snap though. Like the new Snap actually looks good.
I just don't care anymore. Like I thought I would care. I don't think I really care anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think it kind of died also when I got rid of my Switch too. So
yeah, what are you gonna rebuy a Switch to play one Pokemon game you don't really care about?
Yeah, no. I mean, I have friends that I could go to their house to like try it out if I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's not even that. So it's
well,
whatever.
Since all of our news is coming out of Japan today. Well,
I mean,
everything on the docket.
Pretty much.
Isn't 90% what we talk about on this podcast from Japan?
Pretty much. We did get Reincarnated as a podcast or some nonsense that from Japan. Anyway.
Or some nonsense.
Anyway, I find this one very interesting. So despite the Switch's widespread appeal, the 3DS is still huge in Japan, even though it's effectively dead in the United States. Nintendo announced a while ago they were going to maintain the 3DS repair service that they run there. But apparently they ran out of parts way faster than anticipated, and they are not willing to purchase anymore. So the 3DS repair service is just shut down because they're just out of parts to repair 3DS.
Wow.
So surprise, surprise, it's now dead in Japan too.
GG, Nintendo. Wow. What the fuck?
What the fuck is this aiming like for real though?
I'm honestly shocked. Like I know the Switch is massive. Is there? I'm guessing there's just a particular group of people who love the 3DS. Commute around with it, and the Switch just is not as commutable as Nintendo thinks it is.
It's not though, but but for real though, it's not.
It isn't. I mean, also you know that the Switch is just a 3DS in a bigger device.
720p.
I mean,
yeah, the worst touchscreen.
I mean, like the 3DS, even like their chonkier version was a lot more portable. Like realistically, how does Nintendo expect me to throw this bitch in my pocket? Oh wait, I can't.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Like
regular 3DS, I could fit in my pocket. The 3DS XL was kind of a stretch. If I had cargo shorts, it was a good day. Yeah, maybe depending on the pockets, I could pull it off. Switch is not going in any pocket I own.
It's not going in any pockets, and it's like, oh hey, babe, can you like just get a bigger purse to throw my Switch in there? Nah, I ain't gonna have it. It ain't working. I'll tell you that for sure. It's not. I don't know why they thought it was like this was gonna be it. It's not. Hey, you know what? What do I know? I'm not Japanese. I'm a filthy gaijin. I don't know. And I'm not Nintendo either because apparently, oh shit.
Dude, Nintendo has some. I was gonna say some Galaxy Brain, but I wouldn't call it Galaxy Brain because it's not quite in that end of the spectrum I want to go here. Nintendo makes some weird decisions.
They're definitely on the spectrum, already.
That no.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Understand. Like the whole charging $60 for a game that launched at $50 fiasco with Skyward Sword, but I think we talked about that last time. I'm not going to bring that up.
Yeah.
But the one thing I do want to bring up, because it seems like it's every day I get a new article about how this is fucking confirmed, but apparently there's just more Nintendo Switch Pro rumors, which at this point is starting to look not like a Switch Pro.
Oh my god, it's been
like
so long.
So the actual real confirmed news we have is that Samsung will be producing 7-inch 720p displays specifically for Nintendo. But the big thing to come out of it is that they're OLED displays as opposed to the LCD displays they use right now. But the fact that it still says 720p is the thing that I'm very happy about, because every single rumor I read is Switch Pro will be in 4K. And I'm like, I know for a fact that this article's horseshit because you brought up 4K.
There's no way.
No game made for Switch was developed with 4K in mind.
Nope.
Most of them were not even made with 1080p in mind.
Ugh.
So the fact that it's Nintendo learned their lesson when the new 3DS happened, where they put out the same generation console because they don't want to alienate anyone with the previous one, but then not require that devs release anything for it. So it ended up being only 2 games released that needed the new 3DS. Kid Icarus Uprising, one game I don't remember, and then if you wanted to open the menu and play Smash at the same time, you needed a new 3DS. Otherwise, you couldn't. They had to, in order to get Smash to run, they had to shut down the DS OS while it was running.
Oh my god.
But on a new 3DS, they didn't have to. But outside of that, it was kind of a pointless console. They learned their lesson. They're not going to release this one where it's like, now you can only play Switch Pro games. And unless they want to start upscaling everything for 4K, it's just not happening. And I'm getting tired of seeing this headline every fucking week.
I mean, if $2,000 computers have a hard time running 4K consistently in some games, like, you think they're gonna fucking fit that into a Switch? Get the fuck out of here.
Nope.
Like,
Okay,
who the fuck cares? You're talking. It's a 7-inch screen. What the fuck is 4K gonna do on a 7-inch screen?
Like, I understand if there was some weird technology where, like, the dock acted as, like, an external graphics card or something along those lines. That makes sense to me. But the Switch, the handheld console, is not doing 4K anytime soon.
No way. And, like, I don't know.
4K on phones a thing now?
4K on phones? I don't think so.
I mean, they might say that it's that high resolution, but the battery, I'm sure, doesn't last that long. And it's not like the content is being pushed to 4K. It's just the screen pixel density.
Maybe. Yeah, let's be real here, listeners. I really hate to break it to you, but the chipset on the Switch is a mobile phone chipset.
Bum, bum, bum.
Big surprise. Surprise Pikachu face.
This shit is very secret information you can only find on the deep dark parts of
secret
Google.com
information.
search. Yeah, no, this shit is everywhere. I don't understand why anyone thinks the Switch is some like mega powerful console. It's mobile hardware.
It has a hard time running its own fucking
hardware.
games.
As of 2021, there is one phone that can do 4K, and that's the Sony Xperia XZ2 Premium.
Oh my god! Of course,
fuck that is.
They're awful naming schemes for literally everything they make.
Oh god, yeah, but that's it. There's only one out there, and you know, what processors in the I
use the Tegra chipset, but let's find out using the deep dark site that's Google search.
Google search, because apparently the Snapdragon 845 can do 4K. On phones.
Or Cortex A57. I don't know what this is.
Oh, something weird proprietary bullshit.
Yeah. This is above my pay grade.
Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, I mean, like, you need a brand new fucking chip in that thing, and like, even then, who the fuck cares about running 4K? It's ridiculous. It would be nice to have a quote unquote new Nintendo Switch, because that's what they're gonna fucking name the thing. They're not gonna call it a Switch Pro.
So help me God if they keep that naming convention. Like, Nintendo can't keep slapping new onto things like new Pokemon Snap or new Super Mario Brothers. Like,
oh yeah, they are. That's their.
This
want to see me do it again?
Like, not a sustainable naming convention, and I just can't stand anything Nintendo's doing.
It's all shit. Why do we keep buying the shit? They're garbage. I hate them.
Look, people are acting like the Switch is a new console. The Switch is what, like 5-6 years old now?
Yeah.
What? Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
No way.
It's like 4. No, it's like 4 or 5.
It's like 10 years old now, right?
It's
4 years old.
4 years old.
Okay.
It was 4 years old 6 days ago.
Man, 2017
Damn,
feels
holy
a lot like
shit! What is my life? What is my life? I mean, yeah, okay, well, I mean, at this rate, they might as well just come out with a new fucking console.
Correct.
They're probably going to. And just to get everyone super salty, they're gonna call it the Switch Pro.
Oh, for sure.
My God, if they pull up another naming convention where they confuse parents into start buying the wrong games for the wrong consoles, they're gonna lose their shit. They've already done this twice. There's no way they can do it again, but of course they will. It's Nintendo.
They can't keep getting away. Yes, they can. It's Nintendo.
Yeah.
What is
they're-
marketing?
They almost didn't get away with it with the Wii U, which I almost just called the Wii 2 out loud.
I mean,
The Wii
Eh,
2.
let's be real.
it was just as shitty. So
That
like,
would have been a better name.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Like who actually
Anyways.
had a Wii? I had like a couple people like actually have a Wii U.
So I bought one just for Smash, and then
Uh,
I barely played outside. I
it
played.
wasn't even.
I
the
started
good
playing
Smash.
Earthbound on Wii U because it was the first time they brought it to any of the virtual consoles, which blew my mind. So I played it on that, and then like 3 weeks later, like, oh, now it's also on 3DS. It's like, damn, well, I'd kind of rather play this on the go than not at home. And then I just put it down. So that was a mini problem.
Much
But
for that.
there were no other games for Wii U that I actually wanted to play.
Yeah, because they're all like, the one thing I wanted to play, it wasn't even that well optimized, and that was Wind Waker HD.
Oh wait, I forgot. Pikmin 3 also came out for Wii U.
Ooh.
Anyone
Yeah,
else remember that franchise?
Pikmin were
Nintendo doesn't.
games.
I never liked
those things
Pikmin,
existed.
So
I love Pikmin 2. I'm
that
waiting for
was
that.
weird. I always thought it was
Actually,
weird.
Hold on, did they announce Pikmin 3 for Switch? I feel like I've talked about this.
I thought it was already out on Switch.
It probably already is, and I'm just bad at remembering.
Just
Yes.
bad, yeah.
Yes, it came out. No, it did not come out 8 years ago. When did this come out?
October 7th last year.
Gotcha. I am just bad. I should play 3 again.
No, you should play Witcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are right. All right, well, stop talking about Nintendo shit. This just makes me angry.
Yeah. Fuck Nintendo.
We'll just move into something else that still makes me angry. So, all the boys in the podcast know that I'm an audiophile. I spent a stupid amount of money like 2 years ago on headphones, and I've just been chasing the dream of the next pair of headphones.
Chasing the dream.
And the thing that got me into like high-end headphones was I was watching what's the YouTube channel? Hardware Canucks, and they were doing some like mic review, and he was attaching these boom mics to this like crazy-looking headphones. I'm like, damn, what are those? The Sennheiser HD 800s. I wonder how much those cost. And I saw they were like $1,200, and I sat there and like, what the fuck? They make headphones this expensive? And at this point in time, I was sitting here with my like $45 Siberia SteelSeries V2s. And those ones kicked the bucket. So I was just looking at headphones from that point on. And Massdrop, this company that used to be about buying into these large group drops, had a lot of these collaborations with real headphone makers like Sennheiser, AKG. I'm forgetting the names of the other companies. But point is, they were always a great way to get like these $300, $400 headphones, but manufactured slightly cheaper, and you can get them for like $200. And it was like the best bang for your buck. Anyone who's into headphones tells you that the Sennheiser HD 6XX is like the best bang for your buck headphone you can get if you want high fidelity audio. And for the longest time, it's been this giant meme that one day Massdrop is going to make some version of the HD 800s that don't cost like $1,200, $1,400. And finally, the meme came true. They start teasing a headphone. People start taking the pre-released images that you can't tell what headphone is, upping the brightness, being, damn, that's an HD 800. How much is it going to cost? It's going to be under $800. It's going to be insane. And then they finally reveal the news that it's only like $100 cheaper than the real headphone. The day after
That's
Sennheiser
sadness.
says we want to get out of the headphone industry.
Oh no.
So everyone's just like, wow, damn, what the fuck happened?
What the fuck happened?
And then to make matters worse, they announced the headphones are up for pre-order. They're only making 3,000 in the first batch, and they won't ship until November of this year. So the headphone community is like, damn, do I really want to put like an $1,100 down payment on a headphone that I haven't heard and don't know how it sounds that won't come until like 8 months from now or 7 months from now?
Sounds pretty sus if you ask me.
I know.
Yeah.
So naturally, I bought 7 pairs of this headphone. I spent a long time thinking of this headphone. And I said, look, if I really want it, I should just go buy the real one instead of the Massdrop shittier version that's not even that much of a bang for your buck. And then I sat there, I'm like, I don't actually need headphones right now. I'm not buying anything. So I closed the page, and I've just been thinking about it a lot because Facebook keeps advertising you because apparently the headphone community's not biting either. They haven't sold the 3,000 pre-orders yet,
Good.
which is blowing my mind because I was convinced it was going to sell out in like a couple minutes.
Nah, that's shitty business practices. Fuck that shit. If
Kind
you
of is.
ask me.
Honestly, I just want it to come out so I can hear a couple of my like preferred reviewers talk about it and say like, is this worth it? Because when it comes to tuning, like Massdrop,
Wait, how much is it again?
So the HD 800s, the 800S, I think is a $1,400 pair of headphones.
Oh my
Right
fucking
now,
god.
Oh man.
It costs. I think they're selling it for $1,300, but it comes with like $200 in like Massdrop credits. And they also sell other shit on the site, like an amplifier. So if you don't already have one, it's kind of like a good deal. The point is, $1,300 for that pair of headphones is kind of bullshit, given it's the Massdrop cheaper version. Like Luigi owns the HD 650s, which are $350 headphones. I own literally the same pair, but you made with a different plastic for $200 through Massdrop, and I think that's a solid deal. That's like 45% off, 35% off. Getting 100 off of 1,400 is not that great of a deal. So I don't know what
Yep.
this is for.
Doesn't
yeah,
sound like
you're right.
a good deal to me.
Nope.
No. But the rest of their headphones are all pretty good. Anyway, let's stop talking about this. I've literally been complaining.
No,
I think,
Freeman,
for
it's
a
fine.
while.
You can be an audiophile. It's okay.
It's fine.
We
It's
accept.
okay,
We
you
accept this
can-
here.
Be into weird shit, you know.
Wasting money on stuff that goes over my ears. It doesn't sound weird at all.
Stuff that
Um,
goes over my ears. Doesn't
anyway.
sound weird.
Anyway, so to
Get Ben. Go away.
all right,
No.
topic. So after Pokemon steals the show with their award-winning display of open-world video game technology, Sony has their state of the play later that week. And they're
Oh my god, the donkey video. I just remembered.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, keep going.
I honestly I don't remember what else was talked about because I didn't watch it live. I just like watched the highlights after the fact, and like the big takeaway was just here's some Final Fantasy VII announcements, and they rushed them pretty fast to the point where most people who watched it sat there like, wait, did they just announce what I think they did? The big thing they did was so up until now everything related to Final Fantasy VII has been referred to as the compilation of Final Fantasy VII. That's original, Before Crisis, Crisis Core. Advent Children, Dirge of Cerberus, all like everything that came out like pre 2008 related to Final Fantasy VII. And they announced it's all coming to cell phones, all of it. And they're kind of doing what they did with the Final Fantasy 15 mobile port, where they have this engine specifically for rendering the mobile games. But this time it doesn't look like garbage. So when they showed off the Final Fantasy VII Classic remake using this engine, it looks very nice. But then they showed some Crisis Core footage at the very tail end, and it doesn't look as nice. I'm not looking forward to how Dirge of Cerberus, a PS2 game, is going to look re-rendered in this like chibi mobile game engine at all, though.
Oh, because that's what they did with Final Fantasy 15, right?
Yeah, Pocket Edition. But like the Pocket Edition one, like looked actually stupid. Like it was hyper, like hypermorph. That's not the right word I'm looking for, but like it looked awful. Like this one doesn't look bad, but it's like so for anyone who's played original Final Fantasy VII, you know how all the character models are kind of janky in that game? Like they don't look like a 2-scale person. It's the same kind of thing with these character models that they what am I going with here? Like if you really compare it to how Pokemon does their character models, it looks close to how they did it for XY Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, where everyone's got like massive heads. But they look generally real, but they don't look like they did in like X and Y, where it's like real full, not XY, sorry, Sword and Shield, where it's like real full character models. I'm spinning a loop here. Anyway, the big takeaway from this is the first time Before Crisis has been available in English and no one's talking about it. So that's exciting. And the next ones were all Final Fantasy VII Remake related news. First one is that yes, it's coming to PS5. Big fucking surprise.
Wow.
The nice thing is that if you own it for PS4, you have a free upgrade to the PS5.
Oh shit!
Also super.
Let's go. Oh wait, I bought it on. Never mind.
What?
Damn.
No, never mind.
Oh, you. Oh.
I don't PC.
Wait,
did.
no, I have to have played it on PlayStation 4.
No, you had to.
It's not
have to.
PC.
It's not out on PC.
That's right.
I
Fuck
was
yeah.
like, what the hell are you on right now?
You just
pre-order
losing
for PC a
My
year. in
God.
advance. Is
I
it
say, who
actually
the
out?
fuck do you know at Squeenix, bro? Like,
Bro, I don't know, man. My mind is just, man. I thought I didn't realize the Switch came out 4 years ago. fucking like my brain's not working right now, and I was like, shit, I played that on PC, and it's like, no, I didn't. It's fine
Come
though.
on,
I get a free
Final Fantasy
PS5 upgrade.
15 because you
Let's
played
go.
that on PC.
True.
Anyway,
Man, that was a game.
if you have the digital copy for 4, I think you just get the digital copy for 5 for free. If you have the disc copy, I think you still need to insert the disc. You can't just get the downloadable copy of 5. So
Oh, that's fine. I've been digital forever.
it's
so.
it's literally the same as if you owned a disc copy of the PS5 version. You'd still have to stick it in to play the game.
Well, I got
Yeah.
a digital copy because COVID.
Same. I'm trying to remember what happened. Like I knew I wanted the game, and then I just straight up forgot to pre-order. I think is what happened.
What is
Sorry.
pre-ordering games anymore?
Oh, it's when you get Amazon to guarantee it'll be there on launch.
It's when you buy Cyberpunk a year before it comes out.
Oh yeah. Even I didn't do that though. Like,
I mean, I didn't buy it a
And here's
year
the fact,
early, but
if you bought it a year before it came out, that's the equivalent of attempting to buy it on its original launch day of whatever.
the only way I could see pre-ordering nowadays if it's like you get stuff like the stuff for Cyberpunk when you pre-order, you get all that Witcher like leather jacket shit. Like that's cool, and you get like a Witcher sword. That's also cool. But like I don't see like any other.
I mean, to be fair, most people don't really just have pre-orders. They usually offer like, oh, here's some extra armor sets in game, or here's this other thing in game. Like it's all minor perks in game lately.
I will say the in-game items that you got for Final Fantasy VII, I didn't pre-order it, but I forget why. Oh, I did the Butterfinger promotion. That's right.
Oh
Buy
for
two
the,
Butterfinger.
for the PS4 themes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for the PS4 theme. So not only do you get that Tifa theme, but you also get a bunch of other stuff too. And honestly, that stuff lasted me probably halfway through the game. I didn't find any good stuff to replace it until
I was gonna
got,
say
like,
it always sucks when you get the
F4.
cool pre-order stuff and then it becomes useless really freaking quick.
literally useless. It's like, oh, 2 hours in, you already found something that's better than it. But for Final Fantasy VII, it was cool. I was hard pressed to find stuff for it, which is good. I like it, but I guess I gotta go buy a PS5 at some point.
And
Yes.
well, and here's why you have to buy a PS5 at some point. So they announced this like DLC campaign for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1 called Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade.
Oh my god.
Oh my
is
I
just-
forgot
is
about this.
God.
Which is just hold on, her name's not. Why did I write Luffy from one? Yuffie from Final Fantasy. Right. It's the Yuffie side story for what she's doing in Midgard during the plot of Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1. But the
God,
big
no
picture,
one fucking cares.
the DLC is only for PS5, so you can't play it on PS4, the console that the DLC is for launched on.
Who cares? It's Yuffie, yo.
I care because I want to play more of this shit. I had fun with it, but I don't
See,
have a
this
PS5.
is-
I don't want to
All
buy
right,
one.
listen. This is why it's dumb. I always wanted to know, like, even though I love Final Fantasy VII a lot, probably more than like the average person, I still wanted to understand why the fuck we got a separate game for a dude who's a side character that you might not even get. It's
I
not like
look,
just
I'm aware.
side character. Like the way to get him is not obvious. It's not obvious at
Yeah,
all.
you have to follow a guide or you're going to miss it.
You literally have to follow a guide. I don't know of a single soul who got. And by the way, for those at home, we're talking about Vincent, the cool vampire-looking dude with a red jacket.
The
Oh,
cool
I
vampire.
got him. I got him without a guide.
You got him. Fuck you. You fucking. If I saw you, your fucking nose would be growing at least 4 inches.
I
least.
got him. I got him without a guide.
4 inches. Maybe even
Don't be
5.
mad.
Without spoiling anything,
Stop being mad.
can you give me an idea of why this is so hard? Like, is it
there-
not just finish a side quest?
No.
You have to talk to someone earlier in the game, and then at one point in the game where like you're very pressed to rejoin your group, you have to go exploring these like side hallways during a part of the game where you don't really want to go exploring.
So
no,
I mean-
it's more you got to go back to a place
Oh,
that
that's
you
right.
don't
Sorry, I'm
have to go
misremembering.
back to, and you have to walk a certain path in a certain sequence. Like it has to be the correct sequence.
I'm trying to remember.
He's
This has been more than 12 years ago.
Sigmire of Katarina. Is what he is. That's the best I can do to describe him.
I was like, I'm lost on that reference.
Dark Souls.
Oh.
His quest line is really convoluted.
Who?
Oh,
Sigmire.
Oh,
Sigward?
yeah. All the
Sigmar?
everybody in look,
Squidward.
almost
Yeah,
everybody in
all
Dark
fucking
Souls.
complicated.
Yeah.
But specifically, like in the first game, where you have to like go see his daughter at Ash Lake, and it's like Ash
Yeah.
Lake is behind two.
Ash Lake is literally a
fucking
completely optional
illusion.
spot.
It's behind two illusionary walls
Yeah.
with a chest in between. So everybody's like, "Oh, cool! I found a chest," and then they never swing their
dude,
sword at the wall
legitimately-
behind it.
Legitimately, if you don't know Ash Lake is there, it's almost impossible to find Ash Lake.
Legitimate, but like
It
that's
is-
what I'm talking.
It
going
is
through
the
the guide
island
again.
that
Yeah,
can
yeah, it
only
was-
be
it was definitely
found
some
by
shit in
those
the-
who already know where it is.
You had to go back to the mansion because he's in the mansion.
Well, you had to. Yes.
But the flip side, I will say, is I feel like in Final Fantasy, it's not like Dark Souls where it's traveling is so much work.
True,
Well,
that's
I wanna-
true, but
the
it's
thing- the
still
thing-
out of. It's still weird.
The
Yes.
thing we're overlooking here was the game doesn't explicitly tell you to do it, and this is also in the pre-internet era this game came out. So when people played 7, a lot of people just missed it entirely. It's not like now where you like see someone playing with a character on a YouTuber, you're like, "Whoa, who's that? How do I unlock that?" Like
Mhm.
people just straight up didn't know about Vincent.
And see, that's why I want. But then when he came out, this is my problem with Vincent in particular. So all right, I'm gonna preface by saying I like Vincent. I like Vincent as a character. I like his story and his side quest, and you learn a lot of interesting stuff. However, I don't understand why people dick ride him so much.
Wait, you don't?
I don't understand.
He just looks cool. That's it. That's it. End of discussion. That's why people
But
like
he's
him. He looks cool.
garbage. Like his character's garbage. yo.
Garbage.
He's
Okay, well, if you
stupid.
get rid of
His
his weapon-
ultimate weapon is fucking terrible. Especially if you don't get him early enough. Because that was my biggest deal. Because I wanted to use him, but his ults were not good. And I got him way too late. And his weapon, to get more damage on his weapon, it depended on how many people or monsters, whatever, that Vincent killed personally.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is a dumb mechanic. Because I'm
But he
level
looks
70 with him, I have his ultimate weapon, and I'm like doing sub 1,000 damage.
But he looks cool.
Fuck this. He didn't deserve
I
his own
mean-
fucking game.
But he's a vampire. He's a
He looked
gun
cool, though.
vampire.
Nor does fucking Yuffie. Yuffie's shit. There's a reason why, like, her and, oh my god, what the fuck's his name? Oh my god.
Describe the
Cat
character.
Sith. Cat Sith.
Oh,
Oh,
Why no one uses them?
I forgot he was a playable character.
Yeah.
I hate him so much.
Yeah, no one uses. Well, all right. I'm gonna go on record and say, I'm gonna ask even the listeners: do any of you play a character in any Final Fantasy game that uses blue magic? I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll literally wait. I got all day. I got all year. I got the rest of my life.
Blue magic is fucking terrible.
No one, not a single soul. I don't like Felipe. Fucking no one, not a single soul I know. You like actually mainstays a blue magic character in any Final Fantasy game.
So, fun fact about here's a little side trivia for you. In the Final Fantasy 14 MMO, there is a blue mage, and it is the only class that you can't get to max level because they're just like, nah.
Yeah, because they know how much of a meme it is. Like, and the thing is,
Oh
they
god.
pick the derpiest fucking losers to be blue magic like casters in every game. Like, you think about it. You really think
Oh
about
my
it. And if they don't have
God.
a dedicated blue magic person, then, like, everybody's normal. Final Fantasy VIII, for example, you don't have a dedicated blue magic user because everybody, like, you can just spec anyone the way you want to. But Final Fantasy IX, they brought back that fucking... I don't even remember this character. Like, it's basically like a retarded version of Cat Sith, though. Like, if you thought that Kite Sith's like face could get any worse, it does.
oh my
mean-
god.
I mean, all right, listen, I should stop because I can go on about it. And I shouldn't. So let's.
Are you talking about Kina Ken?
Yeah, I don't even remember him. I remember everybody else in Final Fantasy IX. It was
I don't know
great.
what the fuck this thing is.
I
man.
barely remember. Like, I don't even remember him. I just remember he was there, and they're like, "Oh, hey, look how cool he is!" Like in his tutorial, like
No.
he can copy enemy magic. I'm like, oh, so he's immediately going in the dumpster. I don't think he went past like level 20 in my game.
Damn,
Like-
son.
Like literally, like I left him in the box. Then of course, like every Final Fantasy game does, it's like, oh hey, look, we're gonna split the party, and you're gonna have to use characters that you haven't used in like 30 hours. Have fun. And you get raffle stomped, and you're like, fuck me. Literally every time. That's what happened with Tifa. Even though I love Tifa's Bay, I was like, oh shit, I'm fighting. What was it? I think it was that section where like before you fight Scarlet, or you have the slap fight with Scarlet on the cannon,
Oh yeah.
and I had to use Tifa. I was like, oh fuck, she's only level 20.
Damn. Yo,
Oh.
Tifa was a mainstay in my party. She hit so fucking hard.
Hell yeah, same.
I had to ditch her for the boys, man. The boys just did way too much damage. I had Barrett, Cloud, and oh my god,
Sid.
Sid. Yeah, I had Sid.
Never used
Dude.
Barrett, and I never used Sid.
Highwind does too much damage.
Sid's really good. I
Right.
Sid's rotate my
very
party a
good.
lot because everyone in that game except for half the cast is super viable.
Yeah, like fuck, bro. Like, and also, I didn't like using Tifa because she didn't guarantee me damage on her slot machines. Sometimes I would
Yeah.
just fuck them up.
I
Like,
mean,
really
that's
bad.
you. That's
You're right.
you,
It is
Pablo.
me, and that's why I picked Barrett instead because he has the fucking cannon. I mean, again,
Guaranteed damage.
My
Garrett
favorite
just
character is
guaranteed.
Yuffie, though.
What the fuck?
What's wrong with Yuffie, Tyler?
What the fuck, dude?
She's a ninja. She
Listen.
steals stuff.
Her character, whack. Her haircut, whack. Her materia game, whack.
Damn, don't just shit on Naruto like that.
Fucking dude,
Yeah.
she's whack. I didn't even like her side. I didn't even like her side thing where you had to go up the pagoda. Hated it.
Man, you know
In
what?
fact, you know what's funny? She wasn't even high enough level for me to do that. You want to know how I beat it? Her throw ability is busted. I literally took garbage out of my items by her throwing it, and it did like fucking a couple thousand damage for no reason. That's how I beat the pagoda.
Damn.
It's great.
Fucking stupid. That's what it is.
I mean, at the end of the day, this Final Fantasy VII shit, this shouldn't have been developed. This is useless. Integrate is useless. This is not.
This is all useless. No one
This
actually, no one
should-
wanted this.
This should have gone into the development of Part 2.
That's the annoying part.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they're re-architecting part of it for PS5 just when they start and this. Actually, no, I'm not even willing to say it. The fact that this only runs on PS5 only means that whatever upgrades they did for the next part, they definitely used to make this. But I don't know.
I
don't know.
just, man, I'm getting some vibes, bro. I'm getting vibes. I feel, I see it coming. I
I'm wondering if
see
this is-
it coming. You're not
I'm
gonna get
wondering-
the full story until you play Final Fantasy VII 358 by 2 Dream Drop.
Listen,
Four.
please don't. Please don't.
0.9.
Please stop. Please. I'm
Dude,
asking you.
this is-
Chotomate.
I'm telling you, man. I'm seeing the freight train coming, and I'm
So
just
low-key,
telling you to get out the way.
there's rumors that Nomura is not working on the later parts after what happened.
Damn, well,
We'll see
there
what
it
happens.
is. No, might as well yeet that
We'll
fucking
see.
coffin in the fucking sea. It's done.
We
Stick a
shall
fork
see.
in it and he's done.
He's not though. He still has the rest of the Kingdom Hearts franchise to create.
I also gave up on. What's your point?
But Japan hasn't, and that's the thing.
Maybe they should. Maybe they should just start giving up on a few things here and there.
No, they can't because if they didn't, oh crap! I don't have the soundboard up. And all right, we're not playing the sound panel for, but let's just our Japan transitioned right into the Weeb shit. Things Japan.
I'm looking at the. I can't.
I was
I
like, damn it!
can't.
I don't have the soundboard. I even had Steam open early. I just forgot to open the soundboard.
Whoops.
But But it was a perfect transition because you mentioned Japan not giving up on certain things, which brings me back to our favorite topic to never shut the fuck up about. And it's that Demon Slayer is top of the box office again for no reason. I don't know why. It's in South Korea. It's in Australia. #1 forever. I'm never going to stop talking about how much money the Demon Slayer movie made. Which is weird because it's competing directly with another big anime movie launch that happened this week.
Yo, can I get that fucking? Can we get that movie?
I know,
Where's
right?
our movie?
It's
What
all
the fuck?
these anime movies that we're never gonna be able to fucking watch, including Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0, the 4th movie in the series, titled Thrice Upon a Time.
Is there something we could give Japan in return for this movie? Like what is something that we got? Well, yo, Japan, we'll give you V8 engines if you'll give us Mugen Train.
I don't know, man.
This is an
Initial
open
D told me
invitation.
they don't care about cars that go straight, only ones that turn.
Fuck.
Listen, V8s are arguably superior at that.
Listen, have you not seen the Miata with the fucking V8 engine in it?
Hold on.
That shit.
I think probably looks ridiculous.
Oh, it is. The engine doesn't even fit in the car. Great.
Oh my goodness! The one with the nose. Yeah, this thing's ridiculous.
Shit. Wait, we got guns. Got a lot of those.
Point is, this is time for my weekly rant about Japanese naming conventions. So, in Japan, the Evangelion movies are named. The first 3 were named with this naming pattern that basically correlates to beginning, middle, end, and then the 4th movie is titled with the character you would see on sheet music to indicate repeat. So, beginning, middle, end, repeat, implying some kind of looping aspect that they've been hinting at all series. But Anno, when he decided these are getting launched in the US, he wanted to rename them to be more fitting. And everyone's like, well, what does that mean? So he releases the first one as You Are Not Alone, with not in parentheses, meaning you can read the title 2 ways. Either You Are Alone or You Are Not Alone. And he's like, that's the naming scheme I want for the US release, despite the fact that it has no connection to the original naming scheme. So first one's You Are Not Alone. Second one, You Cannot Advance. Third one, You Cannot Redo. And then the 4th one is Thrice Upon a Time. I don't understand it. I don't get what he's going for. You cannot make sense like this. That's your fucking title.
You cannot.
Anyway, the big takeaway is this movie's 2.5 hours long. So it's I think it's like the 6th longest anime movie of all time, or something along those lines. Point is, this thing's gonna be massive. I am gonna fall asleep in the middle. I know what happens during Evangelion movies. This is gonna be wild. We're probably not getting this movie for a while. Like, we will probably. I'm willing to bet we will have the Demon Slayer movie on Blu-ray before we catch any whiff of this thing coming to the U.S.
That's really unfortunate. I don't like the sound of that.
Right?
No, all right, not lethargic. I know it sounded lethargic, but I actually wanted though.
What?
Oh, I thought Tim was chuckling at me like how I was saying it.
No.
Oh, okay. No, listen, Japan. What do you want? What do you want? We got stuff.
Look, I guarantee you, 2025, we'll be able to watch the Demon Slayer movie on our Switch Pro. It's definitely happening.
All right, moving on.
It'll still be #1 in the box office. I guarantee it.
Can't wait.
Anyway, moving on.
I don't know what this is.
Let's just get through the shitty announcements so we can get to the real announcements. But this one was a little while back. This is before the Kadokawa Expo, even though I think Kadokawa owns this license. But the show Irregular at Magic High School. This show is a lot bigger than anyone gives it credit for. Like, China loves this franchise for some reason. It's like one of the top anime streams on Bilibili over there. Season 2, while I didn't like it, apparently its numbers were good enough to warrant a 3rd season / spinoff. I'm not sure if this is actually the next arc of the manga or if it's a spinoff manga, but the spinoff of a regular Magic High School titled The Honor Student at Magic High School, which centers on the main character's sister. And I think it's meant to give a backstory and kind of explain, why does she want to have sex with her brother? And I think that's the overarching theme of this story.
Throwing that out there.
That is the question. This is the question. We're asking the questions here.
Because in season 1, she definitely wanted to, but didn't know she wanted to. And season 2, she comes to the realization that she actually does. So the question is, why?
Jesus.
It's on
Get
everyone's
here.
mind.
Where did we go
Why
wrong?
is she like this? And we're apparently going to get our explanation with this third season / spinoff that will be coming at some point in the future.
Yep.
I don't know. Season 2 was really not entertaining in the slightest. I'm probably not going to watch this one. But I
Yeah.
will watch the movie whenever that actually gets released.
I liked season 1. Season 1 was pretty good.
Season 1 was interesting, but like Aiden, if you like season 1, try season 2. I'm curious what you think about it because I was just
Okay.
It's not that it was bad. It's just that I wasn't like entertained. Like the
That's
animation
fair.
quality was still stellar, but the plot was a little wonky. Anyway, Tim, I will let you take it away.
Oh man, so like this was like the Christmas land of Saturdays, cause literally woke up on
Anime
Saturday
Christmas.
with r/anime full of some of the craziest announcements ever from the Kadokawa Expo. Honestly, the least exciting for me is Shield Hero Season 2 coming in October, only because we know there's a Season 2 and 3 coming, and we just don't know when, and October is still really far off.
Yeah.
If they had announced like, hey, it's coming in April, big surprise, like that would be cool. If they had said June, all right, that seems fine. But putting it at the end of the year when they announced it was going to be in 2021, over a year ago, is just, it screams that
Weird.
Crunchyroll really wanted to announce it early, even though the production committee had like no plans to start working on it.
Yeah. So, oh well. But, I mean, Shield Hero Season 1
It was entertaining.
was really good for a while, and then it was good. Not as good.
It was a good show. It was good, though.
It's funny how,
good
like,
overall.
it's funny. The show is so much built upon that payoff of getting the revenge from the beginning.
From what I've read, it shifts premise super hard after this point because they already blew their load with the what was the
revenge and everything.
Yeah,
We'll see. I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of other shows that are still good, like that have just a adventuring theme. So maybe if we can, I don't know. We'll see how it keeps going.
I read ahead a little bit. It's gonna get really spicy.
Okay, good.
Hey, you like this.
But the second most exciting news was, so Val and I can't remember when, but at some time in the last few years,
I was
we
hoping
watched.
you were going to rank them in the opposite order here, but go ahead.
Yeah, it is the opposite order. Within the last few years, we watched on Netflix Devil is a Part-Timer, and that was one of the first comedy anime I think I ever really watched, because I think we watched it pretty early on into moving to Ohio, and all of a sudden, after an 8-year break, we're getting season 2 of Devil is a Part-Timer.
Nice.
When I said I was hoping you were going to reverse the order, I was hoping you were going to do that as the really exciting one because that's the one that the anime community is losing their minds over.
Yeah, but I don't give as much of a fuck about this as the last one.
But the precedent here, this show aired in 2015?
Yeah.
Earlier? No,
8
It was
years,
earlier than
Freeman.
that.
13.
8 years. That doesn't happen. Things don't get seasoned years later. The fact that Kadokawa, the stingiest fucking company in the planet, is willing to do this for a franchise where the last volume came out like more than a year ago, like this is mind-blowing news. Anything can happen. We can get a Haruhi season 3. Never gonna happen, but it could happen.
Spice
now.
and Wolf is the one I always see referenced everywhere.
Oh my god! If we get Spice and Wolf, like this opened the door to
Get Spice and Wolf.
just dead franchises getting new adaptations for random.
Here's the
advertising.
thing. I bet part of it is Netflix. I find it impossible to believe that Kadokawa was just like, yeah, totally, whatever. Like, I have to imagine part of this is because this is one of the only real comedy anime on Netflix, and I bet it's been getting views.
Well, hold on. It didn't come to Netflix till way after it came out, so I really doubt.
But Freeman, we're 8 years later, like, and the show, the manga ended. Like, something has to prop this up, and I have to imagine it's got to be ease of access on Netflix.
I have zero evidence to back up that claim.
I do too, but like, what else do you, Freeman? Why?
No,
Tell
it's
me
on.
then why the most incredible thing you've ever heard of for an anime show getting a season 2 8 years later. Why else would it happen? Because there's almost nothing on Netflix.
That's why this is the biggest news to come out of it.
All right. Well, no one gives a shit because the most important news, absolutely by far. Demon King Academy, baby. Misfit of Demon Academy.
Oh my fucking god.
Season 2 Season
Let's
2.
go.
Season 2, 24 episodes, 2 cores coming this year.
Fuck
Absolute.
yeah.
Cannot wait. 10
Get
out
my
of 10.
popcorn ready.
Me and Aiden are gonna
Best
have
show ever.
me and
Best show
Aiden
ever.
are gonna have our date nights on Saturdays again, and it's gonna be so fucking good. I can't
God, you fucking weirdo.
legitimately cannot
I'm
wait for this
sorry.
show.
I'm sorry, Tyler. Sorry I enjoy things.
No. That's Tim's meme. Tim
Yeah.
does not enjoy things.
No, you know what? This is like the single biggest fuck you I have to that meme because I love this show so much, and you guys are always like, Tim doesn't like anything. Tim's such a
because
critic.
you don't. You fucking eat vanilla ice cream, bro.
I
What's wrong with
legitimately
vanilla ice
love
cream?
this show, and I'm
Whatever.
so pumped for. I can't believe we literally only had 12 episodes of this show, and we're we're getting 2 more a season, twice as long as the first season. This is incredible. I'm so pumped for Anos
I'm
to
glad
come
I
back.
guess you like something at least.
Oh my fucking god!
I'm ready for some more Demon King kicking ass, chewing bubble gum, ripping off heads,
Legitimately?
shitting down
Waiting
necks.
for the one-liners.
Legitimately, I don't even know. I mean, I know there's like obviously the manga keeps going and stuff, and I know it has to ramp up somehow. I legitimately don't know where the show goes from here, and that's part of why I'm so excited.
I'm hyped.
It's so
ready. My
wholesome.
body is
It's
ready.
so funny. I can't wait.
Gotta get my popcorn ready.
But yeah, that's that. I think that was the only major stuff that we cared about from the Kadokawa Expo. With an expo, I assumed it would be multiple days, but on Sunday there was like no announcements or anything really.
It had most to do with like book-related stuff because Kadokawa is the light novel publisher for all these franchises. But they got
Yeah.
all the big announcements out of the way early.
But yeah, there you go. That was the super. So yeah, all of that news. I mean, Shield Hero was like Friday, but then Saturday, waking up to Devil's a Part-Timer Season 2 and Demon Academy Season 2 was just fantastic.
I'm so hyped. I can't wait. It can't come soon enough.
Nope. We don't have release dates for any of this stuff, right, Freeman? We just know it's this year.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be
very
2
rare we
years
know
from now.
too far in advance. Usually it'll be about 6 months out. They'll start giving real dates.
No, it's fine. I figured. I didn't know if it was even announced to be sure this year. I thought it was, right?
Demon King Academy, I think, is this year, but I don't think Part-Timer was given a date. Let me double check that real quick.
Well, while you check that, why don't we, without taking too long, move into our what we watched and played and stuff.
We can do that.
Oh, hold on, sorry. It's not going to be 2021 because Silverlink is unfortunately adapting The World's Finest Assassin Gets Reincarnated in Another World as an aristocrat for their end of 2021 show.
What the
So-
fuck?
Wait,
Please
what?
tell me that's not a real show.
No, it's a
name.
real title. This got brought up during the stupid Isekai title video.
Please, Japan. Please
But no,
stop.
unless they're going to do multiple shows this season, they've got Villainous Season 2 and The World Finest Assassin, plus another show, The Dungeon of Black Company. That's too normal of a name for a show these days. They've got a lot going on this year, so probably Misfit will be like, unless they double up, it'll be January.
Heartbroken, but whatever. As long as
As long as
it's coming
happening.
back. It's coming back. Like Tyler with Cyberpunk, there is a thing to go forward for now.
Oh, it's
Too
definitely not.
bad the thing I was going forward for just let me down, so I might as well just
Can you
give me the
shut
yeet,
the
boy,
fuck up?
free my soul.
Anyway, one of the 2 co-directors of Misfit is doing World's Finest Assassin, so it probably won't go at the same time because there's no way the director's doing 2 shows at once. That's actually insane.
Speaking of insane, you know what's insane? How wholesome camping is still to this day.
Oh man, big shocker! It's almost like we don't call the show Wholesome Camping.
Yeah, but I had to transition to something, and I looked at the list, and there's like 5 things on it for once instead of 20, and it was like, oh shit, what do I go with? Camping. Look, wholesome camping is still really good. Tyler and Leslie joined us this past week, and we all had a wonderful time eating instant noodles, watching camping. And man, we're heading towards the end of the season, which sucks, but at the same time, it means we're heading for the big group camp of the year. So, time to get hype for
It's like the Avengers episode of the season.
an Avengers level camp.
We're in the camping trip now.
Oh
No,
God.
but camping's still really good. We also watched the Cells at Work finale. Cancer, get beat again, Cancer.
I love the name of the episode, Cancer Part 2, Episode 2.
No, it's still really, it's shocking how good Cells at Work can still be, and how cute those fucking bacteria are this season.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's a
Bacteria
real-
aren't cute, Tim.
They're good bacteria. They're allowed to be cute.
They're the good bacteria.
We need
Yeah.
mascots here.
Oh God.
There's already plushies on Etsy. We've confirmed this.
My only regret for this season was that like shortly after the season got announced, the creator went on to just work on all of the spin-offs during lockdown instead of actually working on Cells at Work. So by the time they like got up to animating it, there just wasn't enough material for a full season.
Yeah, that's why we only got 8 episodes.
Yeah, so it's already over, even though the season's still going on for a lot of other shows.
Speaking of other shows, Cells at Work Black continues to be the most usually depressing
I
but
love
educational.
Educational.
See, this feels like the other side. This feels like
It's
the
a
other side.
cautionary tale. There you go. That's what I'm looking for.
This feels like the other side of the me and Aiden as the only ones who really love Demon Academy. This is like when me, Val, Freeman, and Luigi get together to watch anime on Thursday. Freeman is the only one who's like, "Yeah, let's keep going with Black." The three of us are like, "Okay, one episode of Black was enough. I think we're done for this week."
Like I'm sitting here going like, I enjoy Demon King Academy, and you guys are just like, fucking hype show. Let's do this. Let's go. And it's the opposite spectrum here where you guys are like, I don't want to watch this show, and I'm just like, well, let's watch another episode. We got like 30
Well,
minutes.
no, it's not the same. It's not the same levels, but it's like, to me, it's the same gap of like. And it's not even a gap. It's like we're fine watching one, but usually we're just depressed at the end of one episode. And you're like, "This is fine. We can keep going."
I'm like, let's just rip off the Band-Aid. Like the longer he stretches out, the more weeks we feel depressed for.
Yeah, for real though.
Yeah, but it's digestible in tiny chunks.
Nah,
surrounded
give me
by
it.
camping and oh god, next week we have to figure out a show again.
As someone that's
I already
going
got
to be
one.
going back into office life soon enough, I'm not looking forward to Black.
That's pretty racist, dude.
I will
Hold on, real
say
quick.
Stop!
In regards to
shoot.
picking,
Man,
That is not Black.
in regards to other shows to watch, Tyler, I need your opinion because we've already spoken about it. Tim will love the show, but do you think Val could handle Vinland Saga? I want to see if we can stretch Val's definition of a bean by watching this show.
Man, I want more Vinland Saga.
Same. She would like Thorfinn. I don't think she would like everything else though.
Gotcha.
The show's pretty aggressive.
Like
And
it's
Nobody
pretty
gets
aggressive.
what they want.
Honestly though, if I could get her to watch that, that'd be great. I was trying to get her to watch Monster, but like
That's a hard recommendation.
I can't find that anywhere. I think she'd be into it because she likes like
On Hulu?
she likes murder mystery shit, kind of. Like, was it she likes progressive. What was it? We were talking about progressional cop shows the other day. She's like, I like that. And I'm like, she might like this. I honestly think she would like it.
Well, I'm trying to figure out where the hell you can watch this because
Because I tried going on Funimation and it wasn't there.
it might be Hulu because I think Viz still owns it.
Oh, really?
The problem is it's so impossible to find because you search for Monster Anime, it comes back with Monster Musume, which is a very different show.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my god, why is it impossible to find this show?
Any Who's
Anyway,
I don't know. We need to find another show to watch though.
all right. Well, let me know if you need recommendations.
Yeah, where was it? I think we were gonna go with one of your guys' recommendations.
Double
We're
check.
not.
It's still left on Val's list of shows to watch.
I
Anyway,
don't know.
That's a
It's
conversation for another time. Listeners don't give a shit
Yeah.
about this.
They don't.
To leave anime behind for a second, Tyler, do we want to talk about WandaVision?
Yeah, we'll talk about WandaVision.
It.
I haven't finished it yet though.
Well, I know you're on what 7 you've watched.
I'm on 7. I'm on 7, like in the middle of 7.
It's a good show. I don't know. I still, having finished it, still think it could have just been like a movie. I think I said this before, but like maybe not on podcast, but like it feels like the show could have just been a movie if they hadn't stretched this TV gimmick out so much. Like this could have just been one of the lower stakes MCU films that they were like, how can we stretch this and like get more mileage out of this? And it's called Let's Find This TV Gimmick and then make it a TV show. Also, it's hysterical to me that people are like, when's season 2? Because the whole premise of the show breaks down completely when you leave the exact setting of the TV show. Like I'm not really spoiling anything to say that things don't stay exactly the same. I mean, you can see it within 2 episodes of the show. Things don't stay the same the whole time. And like they leave the TV gimmick behind by the end of episode like 4. Tyler's seen this. So like there's just, why would you ever do a second season of this show?
For real, like especially when the gimmick is like, because I think that was my thing, right? When I was watching it and I watched the second episode, I'm like, well, if they're gonna keep doing this gimmick, advancing the gimmick, they're gonna run out of material, aren't they? Like this is just gonna end up being a one-off.
Yeah.
Which that's what it sounds like. It doesn't sound like this show. Like I'm more than halfway through and it already feels like this is a one-off and it's not gonna have a second season. And if they do, like, how are they gonna do it? The only thing I do like coming out of it though. All right. Well, number 1, Kat Dennings. She's fine as fuck, boy. Like, goddamn. Second is the meme with Vision. Where he's wearing that black turtleneck with the gold chain. Have you guys seen that?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
It's just funny, was it? They were like people are saying some fucked up shit. They're like, yo, he needs to have a do-rag. And like they caption it's like, yo, me and Wanda don't talk no more. Listen, it's all right. It's just black things, all right. It's funny.
Yes.
It's funny.
Oh my
That's
God.
how you're not gonna
You
react
guys
to
don't get it, all right. I guess
but
it's only me.
White audience.
I don't
white
watch
audience.
this show.
Huh?
I don't watch this show, so
That's fair. Like it's okay. I honestly like. I think I said this before on the podcast. I just don't care about Wanda or Vision.
Mm-hmm.
So like, my involvement, and the only reason why I'm really watching it is because I have 5 people going off in my ear that I need to watch it.
Yeah, same.
Like one of them, like what was it? Val's mom.
Mm-hmm.
She wants me to watch it so I can talk to her about it. And then my comic book shop, I was over the weekend. He's like, first thing out of his mouth when I walked into the store, he's like, Tyler, tell me you watched WandaVision. I was like, no, man. I told you I wasn't interested. He's like, no. You gotta watch it. Right? When you come back, we're gonna have a talk about it, okay? But like, you gotta watch it though. He's like, you can even message me.
Oh my God.
When you finish it. I was like, all right, Sean, I will. And then I got like 3 or 4 people at work who were like, yo, you should watch this show. And I'm like, oh my God, who cares? Who cares?
Honestly,
fine. I'll watch it.
It's one of those ones where I'm not excited to watch it, but because I do still care about the MCU and I'm interested to see how they're going to bring things forward from Endgame, because we've had so little post-Endgame content. I'm willing to keep going, but this is a show, like, if I was more on the ropes with the MCU, I would be, like, not. And also, like you mentioned, I waited weeks to watch this, mostly because people were like, Tim, watch it.
So that whole family, that whole household's like freaking.
Except for Val, who literally hasn't watched an episode yet.
Your own wife is like, nah.
She's like, nah, I don't care. I'm
Straight
like, yeah,
now,
it's
while
fine.
the rest of the family's like, you need to. Well, then again, it's also very telling because this same family watches fucking Jersey Shore.
Not family, only me and Renee. Hello.
I don't know. Sounds like some shit that they would all get into.
Sounds like a cover up. The whole family's in on it.
Yeah.
Right.
The 7-Eleven was a part-time job.
Fuck you, Tyler. Why you gotta pull that shit out like that?
Great. Man, did we play like no games this week?
Around
I mean,
I have-
I played some stuff.
I have 2 more shows real quick, just because 2 more anime super fast.
Oh, okay.
Slime is interesting right now, but honestly, like, seems to be going in a kind of overall seems to be kind of going in a weird direction, but at the same time, a couple lines of dialogue from last week's episode were honestly just like out of the blue, absolutely shocking. Freeman, you haven't watched last week's, have you?
I haven't watched. No, I haven't had a chance to catch up on it. I'm still absolutely butthurt. I didn't get a chance to talk about it on the last episode of the podcast. I hadn't seen it yet, but like, I don't care if you two get spoiled, whatever. But like, there's a big fight thing, and then they make it seem like, oh man, people died. We can't let you see who died. It's gonna be way too shocking. And I'm sitting there like, who is it? Which of the main characters did you kill? Which of the main characters did you kill off? Be serious. Be a good show. And they show everyone who died, and there's a bunch of nameless villagers. I'm like,
So here's
fuck.
the thing that
fuck you
does
for building up my hype.
there is stuff from that next time.
Are people dead? Yes or no? Hard confirm.
Yes, hard confirm people are
Oh
dead.
man. Faith in the show restored.
So and things around that are kind of shocking. I'm excited for you to watch. I wish we could talk about it.
All right, good. I'll
but-
have to catch up then.
Dr. Stone, riveting. Honestly, I've been glued to the last few episodes. The Stone Wars has honestly been really good, even though they're kind of hand-waving a lot of the tech upgrades, like the tank.
Oh my god, the tank getting upgraded along the way.
The tank has literally been upgraded every single episode. it's just like,
it's
what?
certainly interesting, and I told my friends about this. I don't like that everything's going like so swimmingly that there's just no resistance. But
So
if you take that out of the equation, the thing I really like about what they've done in the last couple episodes is every villain, like they're all good on the inside, and none of them feel like assholes. Like they all feel like very legitimate reasons about why this villain isn't really a villain, and I like that.
So you need to watch the newest one because
Oh no! Well, why am I wrong about every anime I'm watching?
because stuff happens, and there is some
Radar Kid better not be evil.
excellent dialogue in this latest episode. Yeah, I don't want to say more than that because Freeman hasn't watched it yet, but Dr. Stone has been really good this season so far. I know we're not here to talk about Attack on Titan. I didn't watch the newest one. Tyler and Val were apparently having big reactions to it.
Man, it's fucking wild, bro.
I'm pissed. I have to wait till Friday for this one, and dodging spoilers is hard enough as is.
Dude, fucking the thing, man.
I'm going to watch
Everybody
tomorrow, I think.
Man,
Everybody
I kind of
dies,
wish if
and
here's a spoiler.
If
all right? If everybody died in this show, it probably would be for the best. Like, let's be like, I'm gonna be 1,000%. Like,
I know where you're, and yes, I partially agree. This is like, how do I put it? One of my friends asked me the other day, and I'm gonna try to word this out, spoiling you, Aiden. One of my friends said, like, who's the antagonist right now? And I said, honestly, flip a coin.
yeah,
I
especially after this. I'm gonna say, especially after this episode. Holy shit! Like,
well,
who? I don't know.
right. There's
don't know
been
what's
sufficient
happening.
amount of hype, so I suppose I will again
And
try
I've
to
been
give it the
literally
old
saying
college
this
try.
since season 3, motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, I know, but it's season 2 is so hard to get
What
through.
part
So
of-
hold on. So this is
I
this
didn't
is
check my
tangentially related.
queue for 2
Aiden.
hours. Don't you understand, Aiden?
Aiden, this is very important.
That should carry so much weight with you.
In the early
Fine.
2000s, Funimation put a particular message at the beginning of every episode of every episode of every anime.
Every
they put
episode
out.
of every
Do you know
episode.
Uh-huh.
every episode of every episode? Do you know what that saying was? They put at the beginning of every episode.
You said Funimation, right?
Yes, I said Funimation.
Yeah, you should be watching.
You should be watching.
Yeah.
There you go. That was a long setup for a stupid joke.
Well, like,
Alright,
for real,
fine.
though.
Fuck. Calendar. Watch Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
We did it, boys.
Even Michael's caught up.
Yeah, oh, is he? Because the last time I checked, he was a few episodes behind. Not that it matters. He made it past seasons 2 and shit
Yeah.
like that. So you know,
Because
I
you
don't
know why? Because he got to the end of season 3. He's like, holy fuck.
Yeah,
I gotta
no,
keep
no.
watching.
These are 24 episode seasons, right?
No, season 2
No,
is
they're
12.
not.
Season 3 is
Oh,
two
okay. That's
halves
less
each,
daunting.
12 each.
That's less
Um,
daunting.
Yeah, they can easily broken up, and then the most recent season is going to be 16, even though the
No,
internet is super in denial about it.
I want to explain
I will
something.
binge
though.
it. I
Real-
will binge
real
it tomorrow.
quick. Fucking when we were watching that one episode with Leslie last week,
Yes,
man, that like took me back.
yes. So I don't want to say too much because Ada, can you leave the
Yeah,
channel for, like,
Oh my God.
yeah. Just drag me back in when you're done.
all right, listeners, spoilers for season 3, season 4 of Attack on Titan. The point is, Tyler, coming from the perspective of someone who just rewatched the whole series with Tim and Val, it was like going back now is so much different than it was than
Oh,
going
yeah.
back to season 4.
Yeah.
This is like,
Bro,
feels insane to try to watch this again.
I can only imagine. Like,
No, yeah,
it-
we all did it on Thursday when Leslie was there and we watched that one episode.
I understand, but I just rewatched the whole thing with you guys like not even 3 months ago,
And it's already
and
crazy.
It already feels so different to go back.
it's a different
was-
show.
It was one thing to go back and be like laughing about all the fucking obvious hints about Reiner and Bertold the whole time, but this is something else entirely.
Yes. So
Like
how
knowing
much of
what
this
you
though?
know now is like, whoa.
How much of this is the author having to change the ending?
I really don't know. He's so seamless. Because
I-
so he ran this like museum in Japan at one point. It was like while season 2 was airing, where he had just all the shit about the manga, and then he had a room called The Future of Attack on Titan, where he's like, "This is how I visioned the finale." And it was a room where they played only audio, and it was very clearly the audio he visioned of the attack on Marley with Mikasa trying to like get Eren back. But point is, like, he had planned this shit out years in advance, so
Sure.
he knew generally where he wanted to go, but had to change details in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Well, that's
freaking
good though,
wild.
at least.
It's crazy. All right,
Should we,
let's
yeah,
yeah,
I'll
drag
I'll
him
drag
back
him
in.
back.
bring it back.
Oh,
And
I
look,
forgot.
when the colossal titan just like
Hello.
absolutely murders. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was it?
That
There's
sure
the,
is a believable spoiler.
Oh, was it Promised Neverland? Are you watching that, Freeman?
I am.
I missed
not
2
enjoying it.
weeks.
You're not enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. The only thing I don't like, here's my biggest problem with it. I think it's fine, except for the pacing. The pacing,
Oh, so I'll reiterate. I probably wouldn't have enjoyed it even if they adapted it correctly. The thing I liked about season 1 of Promised Neverland was all about the planning the escape, the layers, who's hiding what from who. And now that it's become this, we're on the run. It's a different type of storyline. It's not an escape storyline. It's an on the run storyline. And generally, those are two very different types of stories, and one I enjoy and one I don't.
I got you.
So
So you like
Uh,
heist movies?
yes. So this is like outside of the adaptation, which is, a question for another day. I don't think I would have liked what happened post farm, which is
Post-farm.
something a lot of the season 1 fans seem to have.
Gotcha. I'm digging all the world stuff and everything that's happening. Like I said, and the story's kind of interesting too. There's a lot of ethical quandaries that they're running into, and I like those the most about characters actually.
Oh yeah, none of the plot points are bad. It's just they're coming on a little too fast.
It's very fast, especially after this last episode. They kind of get to things very quickly, and that's what I really don't like. Like there's no build up. There really isn't like, okay, we arrived at the thing. Here's some clips about some things. Here's redacted, he's back. And he's gonna do some stuff. Oh, well, we're kind of almost there already. So yeah, here's Promised Neverland. It's like, okay, but whatever, fuck it. I'm still gonna watch. I'm still interested.
I need.
Oh, yeah,
I
I'm
want to
full time
catch up on
catch
the 2 weeks for sure.
You haven't watched last week either, fuck.
Dude, I legitimately completely forgot about watching it until yesterday when I was hanging out with Leslie, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm missing Attack on Titan and Promised Neverland with Val and Tyler. Oops, I hadn't even watched last week's Promised Neverland. So tomorrow after work, I'm gonna watch 3 episodes of anime.
All right, well, tell me what you think after you watch all those.
We'll do. I think that's all the anime, though. We can talk about games for a little bit.
All right, it's time to just keep playing Persona 5 because we're playing Persona 5 2, baby.
Ah.
AKA Persona 5 Strikers.
I hate this.
This game is legitimately Persona 5 2. Like, I don't know if I talked about it last week, but it's a Dynasty Warriors game instead of the turn-based RPG. But anytime you're not in a dungeon, bam, it's Persona 5 2. Literally, the music's still the same. It's uncanny. It's so weird to finally be playing like new content for this, despite the fact that I just finished playing new content for this like 3 months ago.
Now, is Kasumi in this one?
No, she's not. Unfortunately, they started work on this before Royal was a thing. So, in theory, if you assume that she you didn't beat Royal, did you?
No, I'm getting there.
So you can completely skip her plotline if you don't do her social link correctly in the game.
Okay,
So they wrote the ending scene to be like agnostic of whether you actually like went down her plotline or not.
Gotcha.
So feasibly, Strikers could take place after Royal, even if you went down her plotline. But
okay,
I mean, you have to imagine why they're just like subtly ignoring her. But it's not like a glaring like plot hole. Like, where is she? It's more of a like, I guess she doesn't need to be here.
Disappointing. I like her character a lot.
I know, she is really cool.
But anyway, I digress.
Striker's a lot of fun. I was hesitant at first. I still don't quite get the combo system 100%, but the way they handled the first boss fight has me hopeful with how it's supposed to work. But yeah, we'll try and get into this as fast as possible because, like, low key, I really do want to get back to playing Witcher 3. But with Witcher, I noticed that it's easy to jump back in and not feel lost. Whereas like with Persona, if I put it down, it's done. I have to like start over if I want to play it again. So I'm intentionally taking the break on Witcher because I know I can come back and not miss a beat. Even though you guys are fucking seething every time I say I'm not playing Witcher 3.
Just disappointed.
I'm just saying you can put the same amount of time in Witcher 3 that you put in Persona 5 and Royal.
I mean, combined. I'm going to. The question is, can I do it all at the same time?
No.
No, exactly.
No.
See, there we go. Look, it's supposedly only 35 hours to beat Persona 5. I've already put in 5 hours. No, sorry. Persona 5 Strikers.
Oh, Strikers. Okay.
I
was about to say, where the fuck?
Strikers is only 35 to 40 hours, and I'm already 5 hours in.
Okay.
And it also doesn't seem like there's a lot of grinding in this game. Like, that's what I spent all my time in Royal. It was just like grinding random shit. And I don't think that's a thing in this game.
Gotcha.
So we'll see. But let's talk about other games. Let's talk about some of the Gacha Gang games. Still playing Fate Grand Order.
Is that a part of? Okay, I guess that makes sense.
It was meant to just be you and me playing stupid Gacha games.
That's fair.
But yeah, no, Fate Grand Order, a lot of fun, more events going on. Perfect time to join the game for anyone who wants to walk into literal hell. But Tyler, tell us how Genshin's going. It's probably way more interesting.
I'm liking it still. I have a lot of things to do. I've been falling into the loop. I haven't had a lot of time to play consistently to play through the story. But at least I have been able to play dailies almost every other day. And to like beat those takes like maybe 15 minutes. There's a new event out right now. That's kind of cool.
Do you have to be an endgame to play the events, or is it like open to anyone?
No, it's open to a lot of people. You have to play it. You have to get to at least a certain adventure rank, which is like time spent in the game essentially, doing stuff, before you can join events. And I don't know how long it took me to get there. It probably took me like... Shit, I don't know. How long have I even played this game? There's no game clock for me to quantify how much time I spent. I definitely spent probably close to, I don't know, 15 hours on it by now.
I think, hold on, let me double check something real quick. I think on Android, they let you see screen on time for specific apps.
Oh, I play on...
It doesn't work for you because you do on PC.
Yeah.
What launcher does it load through?
Its own launcher.
Has its own launcher.
Oh, so it won't tell you anything.
Yeah. its own special launcher.
Its own special launcher.
Yeah, no, I'm still digging it. Like I said, I got to play with people, but everybody kind of fell off on this game. Kinda.
I still play it.
Do you still play it? I haven't
Yeah,
seen you on it.
you are never around.
Oh yeah, I guess that is a major thing. I haven't been home a lot to play video games, which is kind of lame. I haven't been home enough to do anything really.
Yeah. So don't tell
Uh,
me I can't. I haven't been playing. I've been playing, and I'm willing to play with you. You just gotta be around to play with.
that's fair.
How about that?
I'm sorry. I can't help it that I'm so popular.
Yeah. Sure. Good excuse.
Yeah. Hey man, I was with these fucking losers the last couple days.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? I was over on Saturday. I was over on Sunday,
So
and then I was watching shit with Val yesterday after I worked an 11-hour shift.
Priorities.
Yeah.
You always got to make time for anime. Not your friends, for anime.
speaking of
Oh yeah, and
priorities,
then I saw you guys on
course.
Thursday. Saw you
Yeah,
guys
man.
a lot.
yeah, it's great. Friendship.
Yeah.
Magic. All right, let's close out the last of the topics. 'Cause I feel like we're getting close to that 2 hour mark.
No, we are. Oh, am I the only? Oh, but you
Yes,
know what?
you're
I
the
have
only-
been
You're the only person of culture.
the fucking books. Yeah, I've been
Real
reading
culture.
and listening to books. Been still reading Dank Age. They're from the Red Rising series. Didn't realize, Tim, that this
Ugh.
book went from fucking what 400 pages for the last book. What was it called? It was like 400 pages from that. Iron Gold.
Yeah.
Dark Ages is 732 pages. Like what?
I told you it's a big boy.
Like I don't mind it. Like I've read larger books before, but I was like what? Like the first book was only like 300 pages. Like okay.
Oh, there's
Um,
so much.
because I was at Barnes and Noble getting my friend's fiance Name of the Wind.
Ooh.
And they're like, "Well, why don't you?" Because she likes high fantasy, and she's a music teacher. So I'm like, "Yo, perfect, perfect recommendation."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Yo, I'll get it for you." Like that's how big I'm endorsing this. She's like, "Well,
Yeah.
how come you can't just like loan me yours?" I was like, "Listen, no one my copy does not leave my possession ever, like ever."
Like it's on you this moment.
Well, I mean, it's near me. It's on my bookshelf, but no, like I'm scared to crack it open. Honestly, I don't
As
want
he
to ruin
turns
it.
to look, it's gone.
I'll be pissed. I'll be
Just
so
like that, it was
angry
gone.
if two signed copies of books go missing. I'll be upset. I don't even know what happened to my second one. My Wise Man Sphere that I got signed like years ago. I don't know what happened to it. I must have loaned it to someone, and they never
Oh.
gave it back.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, it blows. Like for some reason, that just happens to me every time I borrow books, loan out books to someone. I never get it back. I think the only person so far who has loaned me back or gave me back my books is Leslie, you and Mike, but that's after I had to bug the both of you to give me my books back.
I could have just kept it.
I'm aware. If I didn't, honestly, I probably wouldn't care that much. I'd probably let you have it if it wasn't such an exclusive. If Steve Lichman was something I could just go to Barnes and Nobles and just buy another copy, I would. But
Yeah.
there are literally only 9,000 of these fucking things that exist, and you
I
can
know.
only get them on Kickstarter, and the Kickstarter's obviously been done for what years now.
You can buy them off of his website.
Oh, can you? Oh, probably now you can.
They're
See, he
not like
signed
it's
this
not
one.
part of the original. It's not signed, and it's not going to be the original run, obviously. But
Right. Oh, I didn't know that they made more or he made more. I'm
I mean,
surprised.
I'm sure it was probably successful enough where it's like it was justifiable. It's a good. It's good.
True.
It's very good.
True. You Freeman and Tim. You would like this. You would think that this is the boys worthy comic right here.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm buying this.
Like
I'm buying it
I'll go
right now.
find it. I'll find it and at least send you guys the first panel because the first panel. I saw the first panel on Imgur like fucking years ago, and I was
He
like, this is
has it up on his website too. The
oh, then
comic itself.
throw that shit in general.
There you go.
Anyway,
Check that later.
yeah, what was that? I loaned out Game of Thrones to someone. I never got that back. I loaned out my Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy Compendium, the first one.
Oh,
Never got
no.
that back. A bunch of other books I've loaned out and never got back. And then I loaned Leslie World War Z. Still never read that. I don't plan on reading it. But that's it. Oh, but getting back to what else I was not
Yes.
reading but listening to, I finished the second book in the Stormlight Archives called Words of Radiance. It's pretty great. Like we were talking about pacing earlier. Um, in the beginning, it's super slow, and like I was telling Tim, it's very slow.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say the payoffs are super worth it. Like if you can get through the slowness of the first book, like if you can really like, it's gonna sound fucked up, but if you can get through those first 300 pages,
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I was gonna ask like what percentage of the first book is slow.
it's a
Or
lot.
just the
It's a
whole
lot.
first book is slow.
It's a lot. The whole like I would say half the first book is really slow because they right off the bat they throw like a bunch of characters at you that that the author expects you to like remember all the time, and like it's just like okay, and then there's a bunch of weird names. Like all the names are really weird and unconventional. Like it's not like fucking Keith or some shit like that. It's like you got names like Dalinar and fucking Colin and fucking Kaladin. Like it's weird. Seth, but he spells it with a fucking Szeth. It's all weird. Like it's all
Convenient
weird.
style.
Yeah, and it's all hard to like. At least for me, it was hard to like keep up with. But I like it though. I thought it was really good. The ending of this book, like some of the climax stuff was like to be expected, but then there are some like other nuanced stuff that he brings back around that like you don't expect to happen, or like there are some characters that do certain things, and you say, "Wow, I didn't think this character had it in him. I didn't think this other character was gonna die." But here we are. And yeah, and the fourth book came out in November, and I ended up while I was at Barnes& Noble buying Name of the Wind, I decided to get the hard copy for that one.
Ooh.
So tomorrow I'll be starting while I'm walking around Oath Keeper or Oath Bringer, that's what it's called. And
How many pages is that?
I think it's
Ballpark.
like 1,200 pages. But I'm listening to the audiobook because I get to like walk around like at work and listen to it, and I think it's 52 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's see. Oath Keeper
They're
length.
very long.
Oath Bringer.
I'm about half an hour into my 45-hour listen.
Yeah,
Wow.
dude. Let's see how many pages. Yeah, 1,200 pages. Audio book. Yeah. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. 55 hours and 5 minutes.
Gross.
Yeah, it's long. It's like real long. So you figure by the time, and I'm probably gonna, I might listen to the four. Well, no, I was gonna say I'm gonna try to make a conscious effort to read the fourth one, 'Cause listen, if I can read the uncut version of The Stand, which was 1,300 pages, I could read those. Yeah, I look back and I think, how did I read those? Like, how did I read those? How did I read Game of Thrones? Well,
Yeah.
actually, no. I'll tell you what. Storm of Swords was just a good book from cover to cover. And
Yeah,
that
well,
was...
who knows if we'll ever read another one of those again.
Oh,
You won't.
man, Leslie and I were talking about that. Like, Winds of Winter may come out.
I'm not
It
gonna read
just
it.
might. I don't think I'm gonna read it, but I know it's definitely not coming out. A Song of Spring is never coming out.
No.
Talk about a
A
book.
dream of spring.
It was, oh yeah, Dream of Spring.
Because it's
Song
always
of
just going to be a dream.
It literally, dude.
Meme of spring.
There you go.
Fuck this. But, nope. Let's finish this before we start talking about Game of Thrones. I'm gonna get
All right,
upset.
yeah, let's stop. So, thanks for listening, everybody. We'll be back in another 2 weeks with another update on mostly the anime we've been watching this season.
Yes, the infiltration is nearly complete.
But until next time, thanks for listening, everybody. My name is Timpedia.
I'm Friedman.
That's Tyler.
I mean, good night.
See y'all next time.